Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
Indications are rife that the initial bickering trailing the appointment of Mr. Effiong Akwa'S as interim administrator of the Niger Delta Development Commission (Nddc) may have subsided following wild consultations with several interest groups in the Niger Delta region. In their reaction, some Niger Deltans have welcomed the recent development, which they say will promote peace and unity as a precondition for the development of the region. Correspondent Lovely Ofigo tells us more.
On December 12, 2020, President Muhammadu Buhari appointed Effiong Akwa'S interim administrator of the Nddc. Akwa'S appointment followed the disbandment of immediate past interim management committee of the commission on the strength of a court order. The immediate past executive director of finance and administration of the Nddc also served in the disbanded interim management committee but was not affected by the judicial directive as he was not part of the party to the suit leading to the sack of his colleagues. It was to check the likely leadership vacuum in the Nddc that President Buhari appointed Mr. Akwa'S, who was the highest ranking director in the commission. The necessity of his appointment notwithstanding had generated ripples across the Niger Delta, particularly from interest groups clamoring for the appointment of a substantive board to pilot affairs of the Nddc. In a bid to douse tension in the region, the new Nddc boss decided to consult major stakeholders in the Niger Delta. Recently, he met with Niger Delta leader Chief Edwin Clark in Abuja, where he explained that he was in the saddle to supervise the ongoing forensic audit of the Nddc. The meeting was fruitful as the elder statesman endorsed his appointment. In the company of Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, and coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, Milan Dikio, Akwa'S later met with prominent traditional leaders and youth leaders of the Niger Delta at the palace of the Amayanabo of Okoshiri Kingdom, King Ateke Michael Tom. It was another crucial consultation to disabuse the minds of interest groups opposed to his appointment.
The appointment of Chief AKUGHA as the interim manager of the Niger Delta Development Commission is well received by our people, as no one is more Niger Delta than anyone else. We are well aware of the circumstance that led to his appointment, and hence a child of circumstances and should be supported by anyone that means well for the region. Mr. President appointed him to hold forth and conclude the forensic audit before the taking over of the new board. We also want to thank Father Ike Clark for his support for the interim administrator and his call for all youths to stop all forms of protest and support the system. We want to assure him that all of us will work with Chief AKUGHA and ensure absolute peace in the region.
A lot of youth misunderstood the situation, but peace has returned to the entirety of the region because the elders have spoken. So I'm quite pleased that now we are on course. We must find ways to develop modalities of moving this region forward. We have too many unemployed youths, and therefore we must find ways to bring in foreign direct investment and also build industries, even small and medium scale industries. For us, who are your representatives in Abuja, we are determined to make a difference.
As part of his ongoing consultation with stakeholders in the Niger Delta, Akwa'S recently conferred with frontline activists and Cure Bricks in Port Harcourt, where she endorsed the ongoing forensic audits of the Nddc as the best thing to have happened to the region.
We demand the forensic audit. The people who have been awarded contracts, who are they? What's the name of their company? Which contract did they start and finish? Where? What road? In what community? In what state?
With the successful outcome of several meetings Mr. Akwa'S has held with major actors in the Niger Delta project, it is believed that all the bickerings trailing his appointment may have been laid to rest. Consequently, most Niger Deltans look forward to a proper inquest into unwholesome activities that have prevented the Nddc from carrying out its statutory mandate of developing the Niger Delta in the last 20 years.
For the past 20 years, we have observed that so much money has been pumped into the Niger Delta Commission, but we have not seen enough on ground to suggest that such amounts have been pumped in. So what we do as indigenes of Niger Delta is to support the president to conduct the audit so that we know exactly where this money have been going to.
It's an interim measure. It's just to see to restructure and reposition the Nddc to do what it was established to do.
Mr. Akwa has the onerous task of supervising the ongoing forensic audits of the Nddc and have its processes retooled in a very short while. The question is, how does he intend to achieve what looks like an uphill task?
We have decided to hit the ground running by rearranging the staff, the management structure. I hear people say it is doing a job of a sole administrator. There is nothing like that, because within the Nddc we have up to 47 directors that join hands with me to take decision in a joint management meeting, and we meet regularly to take decisions on behalf of the people of Niger Delta. We want to work in synergy with the state government, various states in the Niger Delta. We want to ask them what is their needs. Time is not friendly, time is not there any longer, so we want to ensure that this is done.
August 2019, President Buhari had named a board for the Nddc, which he later disbanded and ordered a forensic audit of the Commission's activities from its inception in 2001 to August 2019. Mr. President's decision was as a result of hindsight, following several complaints about massive rot in the Nddc. The expectation is that at the end of the ongoing forensic audit in April this year, a board will be in place to pilot the affairs of the revamped Nddc that will begin to function as an intervention agency established to make a difference in the lives of backward oil-producing communities in the Niger Delta.
Inside the Niger Delta,